the whole armor of Ephesians 6 and the garments of the high priest in Exodus 28th chapter have a similarity. In Ephesians 6, one of the pieces of the armor is the helmet of salvation, and the high priest has a turban. So the helmet of salvation or deliverance, the high priest wears a turban on his head. On the turban, on his forehead, is a gold plate inscribed with "set apart to Yahuwah." Without this gold plate on his head, he cannot intercede. We are called to be intercessors, and we have the mind of Yahushua. Then we have the breastplate of righteousness. And the high priest had a breastplate on which were jewels representing the 12 tribes of Israel, and which concealed the Urim and Thummim, which are lights and perfections by which he judged correctly according to the will of Yahuwah. And then you have the loins girded about with truth, the hip area girded about with truth. This is the belt or girdle of the high priest. It is wrapped around the hip area, the area of digestion and reproduction. We take in truth and we reproduce truth. So you can see the similarities also. The feet shod with the preparation of the gospel or the good news of peace. The feet of the high priest were anointed with blood and oil. With the feet, Yahushua bruised the head of Satan, gaining for us our peace, thus fulfilling Genesis Bereshit 3:15. The chastisement for our peace was upon him, Isaiah 53. By his scarred feet we gain peace with Yahuwah. His feet would stand on the Mount of Olives. His feet stood in the eternal set-apart place with his own blood to make atonement for us. The high priest took blood into the set-apart place once a year on the Day of Atonement. Then he walked out to the people proclaiming that their sins were forgiven. The high priest walked out the tracks of righteousness, the festivals, proclaiming the 7 elements of the plan of salvation. We put on our shoes when we go out to proclaim the good news. Then you have the shield of faith. The Levite has no inheritance among the tribes of Yahuwah. Yahuwah is his inheritance. The other tribes cared for his needs. He works for Yahuwah. Hallelujah. And so we know the sword of the Spirit is the word of Elohim. And the high priest is responsible for what? For teaching the word to the people and helping the people understand it. One of the first things that Ezra did on returning from Babylon was to read the entire Torah to the people, having the other Levites explain it to them in small groups so that everyone understood. So you can understand. That should be helpful to you.